There you go. Good evening, Roehampton Club. This is Susanne with another 45-minute Pilates class. For today's class, you need blocks and some light hand weights. As always, if you don't have a block, you can use either a cushion, a couple of cookbooks, or if you're reading a nice novel, you can even use that. And for the hand weights, you can use water bottles, tins, anything like that will work. Do as much as you can. If you don't like a movement because it's giving you a little bit of pain, discomfort, then don't do it, or maybe reduce the range of movement. Stand on both feet. You've got a fist width gap between the front and the back of your foot. And then stand really tall over the top of your feet and just gently tuck the tail between your legs and pull your tummy muscles inwards. And we're going to start as we usually do with a big shoulder roll backwards. And just arrive. Breathe, feel how you're activating through that belly area, that lift through the pelvic floor. Make sure that your center of gravity is on your heels and just keep going with those shoulder rolls. Make them as big as you can. Good, and then we're going to add our elbows to this. Just make it a little bit bigger. Make sure you breathe out as you pull those arms backwards. Good, and then from here, we're taking it into our fingertips, and we're doing the biggest shoulder circles that you can. Breathing out as we pull backwards. Good. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, we're going to take it from side to side. You're going to try to open up just above that hip bone into that waist. If you add the arm to it, you'll get a deeper stretch, a deeper opening sensation. Make sure that you're breathing in through the nose, out through pursed lips. Still keeping that weight on both feet over your heels. A couple more. Last one. Perfect. And then bring both arms forward. You're now going to rotate just the one arm to the back. Turn your head, trying to keep your hips facing forward, and then change over to the other side. Feel a gentle rotation from the hips into the crown of your head. One more time on the other side, and then we're going to add all of your body. So from this rather stiff movement, we're going to go into a very, very loose one. So allow the hips to move, allow the knees to move. So you should be able to get a lot more rotation out of the whole body. And keep leading with your ribcage. Go again, a little twist through the hips and the knees. One more time. Inhale and exhale over to the other side. And bring it back to the front. Bring the arms to your side. Osteoporosis, bring your spine forward in a long position. Everybody else, roll it down, one vertebra after the other one. And then at the bottom, you're just going to lean forward into the balls of your feet, bring it back to the top, engage your bum cheeks. Bring those arms up and extend. Good. We're going to do this twice more. Take it down. Nothing new in the warm-up today. You should all be very familiar with these 4 movements that we've just performed. And then go one more time. Take it down. Really lengthen through the spine. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale to bring it back to the top. Bring those arms up and extend. Good. We're now going to go down a little bit wider through the feet now, sort of hip width apart. We're going to go down into a squat and back up again, listening to your knees. So if you've got knee injuries, you might not want to come too low down. But if you haven't got knee injuries, please come deeper down than me. I'm doing them very gently at the moment. My knee's feeling a little bit sore today. So take it down and come back up. Good. And really feel the muscles that you're activating here. The bum cheeks and your thighs. Good. And now what we're going to do, we're going to come up and we're going to lift one heel off the floor. The other foot is on the floor, completely flat. Take it down and come back up again. So what you want to feel here is a shift of body weight over onto the foot that is on the floor completely. Take it down, inhale. And exhale, good. And now let's swap over to the other side. Take it down. And back up. Again, if you can take this deeper down than me on this side, and go for it. Take it nice and low. Engage through the thighs. Take it down through the bum cheek. Perfect, good. And now we're going to alternate. So swap, take it down. Come back to the top, and as you come up, you're swapping. Take it straight back down. Come back up, and as you come up, you swap. Take it down. Coming up, and as you come up, you swap. Good. One more time on each side. Lift up and swap. Take it down. Last one. Come up. Swap the foot. Take it down. And come on up. Perfect. We're now going to hold on to our hips. We're going to pull our shoulders back. Tummy draws in. Tail tucks between the leg. You're going to bring the leg out and you find your balance. Good. And then lift the leg up and flex your foot. You're now going to swing this leg across your midline, like a pendulum swing. Try to keep that balance as well as you can. Keep breathing. And make it a little bit bigger if you're nice and secure in that balance. 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Perfect. From here, we lift one arm up, doesn't matter which one, and the opposite leg. Good. And then you swap again. March through this. Keep going. And now close one eye. Keep marching. Good. Listen, if this makes you feel nervous, then don't close the second eye. But if you think, yep, I can close both eyes, then keep your marches going with both eyes closed. Just feel how you're shifting your center of gravity from one side to the other side. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Good. Open your eyes again. Hang on to your hips. Stand on the other leg. Bring the leg out to the side. Flex your foot and give me a pendulum swing here. Nice and big. Keep breathing. Big toe is pushing into the mat. Little toe is pushing down as well. Make it bigger if you can. 4, 3, 2, well done, and 1. And bring that down. Good job. Okay, we're now going to interlace our fingers. We're going to bring the arms forward, and then you're going to give me a little bit of an arch through the upper back. Imagine you are hugging a tree and you're opening up between the shoulder blades. Feel that stretch right between the shoulder blades. Good, then lift the head up. Turn your palms up, thumbs back. Good, and then lift the breastbone up gently. Pull the tummy in and stretch out the tummy and the chest. Let's do that again. Hug a tree, lean away from it. Open up between the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, open up. Palms to the ceiling. Pull your hands back. Good. And again, hug a tree. Come forward. Open up, turn your palms, pull your thumbs back and down. Okay, now we're going to hold it here for 3 breaths. Make sure you can't feel anything, sort of a tension increase in the lower back. Keep tucking your tail in. You've got 3, 2, pull those fingertips away, and 1, and bring the hands to your side. Perfect. Interlace your hands again and bring your hands behind your head. Good. We're going to start off with wide elbows. On the exhale, you're going to push the back of your head into your hands and you're going to slide the chin into your neck and then release it again. Do that again. I come a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. So you take a deep breath in and then you pull the chin into your neck and release it again. So you're making almost a little bit of a double chin as you do this. And what you should feel is the back of your neck, your deep neck muscles engaging. Good. Keep going with that. Breathe out as you push that head into your hands. Good. And then hold it pushed back. Good. And now start going from side to side, not to the side. Exhale back to the top. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, come back up. So the whole back line, neck, shoulders should be engaged here. The side line as well. And of course your core. So feel the waist opening up and back to the center. And again, take it lower down if you can. Push the back of your head into your hands, please. Feel it in your shoulders. Yes, keep going. Make it deeper if you can. Back to the center. Do it again. To the side. Back to the center. You've got one more. Bring it sideways. Back to the center. And bring the arms to your side. Perfect. All right. Let's go on to the floor. So I need to just pull the camera a little bit closer. You don't have to worry about that. You come onto the mat on all fours and start your cat-cow. So come on down onto your hands and knees. Make sure you take me with you so you can see me still. Or at the very least, you can hear me. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You're going to do a lovely cat-cow where you feel all of your spine moving from the crown of the head all the way into your tail. There is a strong breath, but you can breathe however you feel comfortable. I'm breathing out as I come into the cat, and I'm breathing in as I come into the cow. That just makes sense to me. But if you want to breathe the other way around, as long as you're not holding your breath, I'm fairly happy for you to do that. Up and down. Couple more. Last one. Good job. So next one up is a shoulder stability exercise. You're going to use one or both of your hand weights, and you need your block. You're going to place your block underneath one hand and allow the fingertips to just cascade off the block. And then I'm going to grab both of my hand weights. But if you've got a shoulder injury, you might just want to use the one. And then you're going to pull the floating shoulder up so that you're the same width away from the floor than the one where you've got that block. Good. And then you simply pull the shoulder up and bring it back down again. So the shoulder itself doesn't move. It's the shoulder blades that you're allowing to move here. So pull the shoulder blade up and bring it down. The chest doesn't drop. The chest is parallel to the floor. So lift up and allow it to come back down again. Good. Keep going. Lift up and allow it to come down. Don't have rests. You want to have those hand weights floating over the floor at all times. Good. And then pull the hand weights to the same height as your hand. Hold it there. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, you bring the hand weights out to the side. If you find that too much, then lose one of the hand weights. There is no rotation in your torso. You're doing this with a perfectly stable spine. So you keep looking down on the floor. You pull the back of your head up. Breathe out as you lift. You've got 4 more. And 3. And 2. That's it. And 1. We're going to hold it here. Let me count you down from 5. 4, 3, all the way out, lift it out to the side, 2, and 1, and bring that down. Good. Come off your hand onto your knees. Just give yourself a little bit of a shoulder roll here. Perfect. Let's do the other side straight away. So take the block, place it underneath the shoulder, allow the fingertips to drop over the side of your block. Then hold on to your hand weights. Draw the belly in, and now pull the shoulder up. And hover the hand weights back over the floor. Pull the shoulder away from the floor and let it come down again. Pull it away and down. 2 more of these. Pull up, release. Last one. And now hold the hand weights at exactly the same height as your hand. Take a deep breath in, bring them out to the side and back down again. Breathe out as you lift. No rotation. Keep going. Nice. Yeah, depending on how heavy those hand weights are, you're going to feel this more or less in the shoulders. So if you find it's catching, there's a pain in the shoulder, then lose one of your hand weights. Or indeed, you can lose them both if you need to. Make sure that belly button pulls in. You're going to do 2 more. And then I'm going to hold you up there for 5 counts. So you ready? And lift up. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring that down again. Good. Come on up again. Shoulder rolls. Shake out your hands. Perfect. Good. We're going to go now and line our backs. Don't use anything underneath your head unless you find it uncomfortable lying on the floor without anything underneath it, if you've got neck pain, or if you can't pull your chin forward. Hands by your side, you're going to start off with a pelvic tilt and reverse again. So you breathe out to tilt the lower back towards the mat. You breathe in to lift the lower back away from the mat. Really feel how you're using your pelvic floor, how you're tilting the 2 hip bones towards you, and how you're pulling the belly button towards the mat. But don't forget, we don't want to press the lower back into the mat. We just want to touch the lower back onto the floor, and then we want to release it again. And that's your pelvic tilt. Try to not clench your bum cheeks, so the bum cheeks should be perfectly relaxed. Good. And now we're going to engage the core, and we're going to hold it engaged. So tilt the back so the skin of your back touches the mat. And then you pull the tummy in a little bit tighter and you lift your pelvic floor. We're going to lift one leg into tabletop and then the second leg. If you find that having both legs up here is too much, then you keep one on the floor. Good. We're going to lift one arm up. Doesn't matter which one. Good. We're now going to move the arm and the leg on the same side of your body. Keep the lower back on the mat. You're going to extend the arm, tap the big toe on the floor, and lift it back up again. Preferably, I'd like you to exhale on the way up. Good. Make sure the arm goes to your ear, not to your hips. To the ear. Good. One leg stays in one place. So you're working the same side of your body. It's called unilateral. So you're not working. So I'm only working my right arm and my right leg. The left leg is either on the floor or indeed it's in tabletop, which is a little bit harder. Good. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder from here, you take one or both of your hand weights and you carry on with the movement. Drop it down. Inhale, exhale to lift. Pull that lower back onto the mat, particularly as those hand weights approach the floor, that lower back wants to lift away. If you want more here, what you can do is you can lengthen that leg forward. So lengthen the leg as well as the arm. So again, if you want to make it harder, you lengthen the leg and you come back up into tabletop. If you want to make it easier, you keep the knee bent. If you want to make it easier from here, then the second leg, the one that doesn't move, comes onto the floor. So I leave it up to you where you want to work this. And then at the very end, what we're going to do, we're going to drop and hold. Drop and hold. So the foot isn't touching the floor, the arm isn't touching the floor. The lower back is pulling downwards. You've got 4 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Pull it back up again. Let's go one more time. Drop and hold. Arm is just hovering above the floor. Your foot is hovering above the floor. Good. Pull the tummy in. Don't move anymore. Hold. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. And pull that up. Good. All right. Let's try the other side. So first of all, move the hand weight over onto the other hand. Find the leg on the same side and lift it up into tabletop. Level 1, you drop the arm, you drop the big toe, keep the lower back on the mat. Want to make it harder? Lift the other leg, the one that doesn't move, also into tabletop. If you want to make it harder from here, you lengthen the leg forward rather than keeping it bent. So extend the leg in a long fashion and back up again. You inhale to drop, you exhale to lift. You inhale to drop, you exhale to lift. Good. You can either carry on moving if you find the holding is pulling into your lower back, or you can hold it with me. So we're going to drop, we're going to hold. I'm going to count you from 4, 3, 2, pull it back up again. Let's do it one more time. Drop and hold. Don't touch the floor with your leg or your hand. You've got 4, 3, pull the tummy in, 2, and 1, and pull it back up. Good job. Right, loose the hand weights. Bring the arms out to the side with your palms up and cross one leg over your thigh. So one ankle crosses over the side, the arms are out to the side. Good. We're now going to go from side to side with this. So it's a twist stretch with that foot crossed over. And then over to the other side. Make sure you're breathing. On one side, I can feel it in my bum cheek and in my lower back. And then on this side, I can feel it more in my waist. So let's see what you can feel when you go from side to side. Gently pull your tummy in. And try to come into a full range of movement, so make it as big as you can. Good, bring those legs back to the center, unfold and refold, other side. Look away from your knees. If you find you've got any tightness in your back, start small and make it bigger. Oh dear, I'm much tighter on this side. Hard to breathe when you find tight spots. Keep going. The hope is that it will release after you've done a few of these repetitions. Try your best to keep your shoulders on the mat. Two more, please. Last one. Bring that back to the center. Unfold your legs, place them parallel, hip width apart, onto the floor, and the arms are alongside you. Good. For osteoporosis, you're going to carry on with your pelvic tilts here. So draw the belly button and lift the pelvic floor. Give me lovely pelvic tilts. For the ones that have healthy bones and healthy necks, you're going to interlace your hands behind your head. And on the exhale, you're going to lift your head and shoulders up. On the inhale, you bring it back down again. Exhale. Feel how you're pulling the breastbone to your pubic bone and the pubic bone to your breastbone. So there is not much point in just lifting the head off the floor, because all that's going to do is strain your neck and shoulders. So you really want to work through the rib cage. So the rib cage pulls forward and that gives you the height. If at any point you need to hold on to your head because the neck hurts, then please do, because now we're going to go into the 100. So let go of your head, bring the arms forward and start pulsing. So if you need to, you can bring one hand behind your head, and then maybe after 50, you change your arms. For the ones that can't lift their heads, you're going to keep the head on the floor and you keep pulsing, shoulders pulling down with the head on the floor. Good. Now you have the choice between leg position. Feet on the floor is a little bit easier than lifting the feet into tabletop. Tabletop is a little bit easier than lengthening the legs, but press your heels into one another. Good. Keep breathing, please. 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 99, 100. Hands behind your head again, feet down first, and then the head follows. Well done. And now you're going to stretch out your full body. Full body stretch for a moment. Maybe you need to yawn. Sometimes that happens. Really feel how you're opening up your stomach muscles. Fantastic. And then bring the arms alongside you again. Bend your knees and place them just in front of your bum cheeks. And then give me a pelvic tilt. And from a pelvic tilt, you come up into a lovely bridge. Clench your bum cheek, lengthen your knees away. And then inhale, exhale, bring it back down again. Making sure that you're engaging your shoulders. Try not to press the back of the head into the floor. So the back of your shoulders, the length of your arms, and your feet is your support. Inhale, exhale, bring it back down again. Now, for a level 1, you're just doing this. I'm really happy for you just to work on the precision of this bridge. For a level 2, you're going to hold it at the top. And with each breath, you're going to extend one leg forward, not upwards, forwards, and then bring it back down again. The aim is not to drop your hip bones down. So extend, hold it, and bring it back down again. So your level 1, you're going up and down. Level 2, you bring your legs forward. You keep the bridge at the top. Level 3, I'm now going to add another leg movement to this. For a level 3, you extend. You lift the leg all the way to the top. You drop the leg all the way to the bottom. You lift it back up into starting position and you bring it back underneath your knees. So let's do it again. Extend the leg forward. Lift it all the way up. Bring it all the way down. Lift it back up into starting position and bring the foot onto the mat. Again, extend. Lift it up. Drop it down, bring it back into starting position and bring it underneath your knees. Let's do it one more time. Extend, lift it up, bring it all the way down. Don't drop those hips. Bring it back in line. Bring your both feet back down. Take a deep breath in and roll it down. One bone after the other one. Perfect. Now extend one leg and pull the other leg towards your chest. Yes. The leg that's long, you really want to give it length. So you really extend that leg and find length, particularly in the front of your thigh. You're then going to take the opposite arm and you're going to hold the knee on the outside. The other arm goes out to the side. That's your counterweight. And now you're going to pull your knee over your midline and feel a stretch in your bum cheeks. Good. We're now just going to release this back into starting position, and then we're going again. Another one, pull it over the midline. Make sure it's the opposite hand that pulls the leg across. Feel the stretch. Play around with the leg position. Sometimes you need to pull the knee a little bit closer to you to really truly feel it. So make sure you always play around with your stretch positions. Pull it over the midline again. And release. Let's do it one more time. Your deepest one yet. So bring it over the midline, hold, and release. Lovely. Let's do the other side. So extend the leg, pull the knee towards you, hold on to the knee on the outside, bring the other leg, arm out to the side as you counterweight, and then pull that over your midline. Feel the bum cheek, make sure you pull your tummy in, and then release it again. Go again, please. Pull it over the midline. Look away from your knee. Yep, and again, please. Move over the midline a little bit deeper now. And you have one more to do. Release it one more time. This is your deepest one. Pull that as far across as you can. Nice and deep. Got 3, 2, and 1, and release. Perfect. Come on to your side. Take your block and take it underneath your head. Bend your knees. Make sure that everything is lined up from the heels into your bum cheeks, into the shoulders, into the back of the head. If the shoulders and hips are stacked, both your rib cage and your waist should be lifted off the floor. And then extend the top leg. Good, we're going to start off with a pointed toe, and you're going to draw a circle as big as a dinner plate. As big as a dinner plate. It's a round circle, please. Make sure you draw the belly button, you tuck your tail between your legs. And try to pull it behind your body. So you don't want to do the circles in front of you. You want to pull the leg behind you. And every time you pull back, you feel your bum cheek. Good. Now hold the leg still. Flex your toe and go the other way. Still as big as a dinner plate here. Pulling that tummy in, lengthening that neck, pulling the back of your head back, lifting up that breastbone, tucking the tail between your legs. 2 and 1. Good, you're now going to point again. Change the direction and do a dessert plate circle. So much, much smaller. Good. Make sure it's not as flat as a pancake. It's a nice round circle. Yeah, you can slowly feel that leg getting heavier and heavier. And then hold the leg still, flex, and go the other way. Go the other way. Good. So it's big as a dessert plate. We're talking a circle that's no bigger than that. Some of your circles look absolutely massive. Make it much smaller. Good, and then hold the leg again, point, and now give me an espresso cup, the rim of an espresso cup. So it's a tiny little circle now, tiny little one, at hip height. Good, and then flex the foot again, change the direction one more time. Tiny, tiny little circle. Draw that belly in. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. And then relax that leg. Good job. Good. Coming up into a seated position. And from this seated position, just simply pull the bottom leg forward. And then sit on both of your bum cheeks. Now, as I said to you earlier, my knee's feeling a little bit fragile tonight. So I have 2 options. I can try to just stick both of my legs underneath me, or I can extend the leg forward. So you do the same. If you have anything that hurts, make sure that you deal with it. You don't persevere. So hands are by your side. We're going to go down onto our elbow and we're stretching over the midline. Yeah, make sure you come down on the long side. That's it. The hip that's attached to the hand needs to pull down into the mat to feel a deeper stretch. Good. And then come up, hold on to your shin bone and take that over the midline. Drop both of your shoulders back and down. Good. We're going again. Elbow down, lengthen the arm. And now we're going to rotate. You're going to bring both of your elbows onto the mat. And just hold it there. I can feel a stretch in my bum cheek, but you might feel not very much. If you're fairly loose, you might feel this is quite comfortable. There is no stretch, and that's okay too. Good, and bring it back to the center. Pull it back up. Hold on to your shin and take it over the midline. Good, so for osteoporosis, because this is quite a tight stretch, the next one, I would recommend you just sit here and just hang out in this position. Everybody else, what you can try to do is you can try to hold on the shin with both hands and just find a little bit of a deeper rotation. Lift your breastbone up. You might not even be able to reach those shins. You've got 3, 2, and 1, and then unfold and bring both of your legs forward. Feet are touching. Good, your hands are behind you. Bring your bum cheeks a little bit further forward and then just allow the knees to drop as low down as they can go. Good, and hopefully you'll find a stretch. If you don't have a stretch in this position, just show you from the side. Currently you're leaning back. If you don't get a stretch here, what you can do is you can pull yourself forward, hold on to your feet and lean forward a little bit more. See if that gets your stretch going. But we're not talking, if you've got a normal flexibility through the groin and inner thigh, we're not talking a huge stretch, but you can feel it. Just make sure it doesn't take your breath away. Excellent. Good, release. Let's go over to the other side. Grab your block, place it on the other side of your mat, lie back down on your side. Line up your heels with your bum, with your shoulders, with the back of the head, and extend the top leg. Make sure the ribs and the waist is lifted. You're pointing your toe, and you're finding a dinner-sized, can't say it, a dinner-sized plate, the size of a dinner plate. It's getting worse. You know what I mean. And really lengthen that leg. Hold it, flex your foot, and go the other way. What the flexing and the pointing does, it activates the front line and the back line of your legs. So I find it always easier to do the circles with a flexed foot. I always find it a little bit more hard work when I have to point. That's why we do both. Good. Then hold it again, point your toe, and find a dessert plate. Go around the rim of that dessert plate to make the circle a little bit smaller. Make sure the tail still tucks between your legs and really isolate that bum cheek muscle. Flex, go the other way. So make sure that this one is a fairly small circle now. And then hold again. Point, find your espresso cup. So it's a small little circle now. Just tiny. And make sure you bring it behind your bum cheeks. Stop, flex, go the other way. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold and just relax there for a moment. Good, and take your hand, push yourself off the floor, and then we do exactly the same as we've done on the other side. You bring the bottom leg forward to find your mermaid position. Make sure you're on the other side now. Sit nice and tall. Go over to the long side first. So elbow down, stretch over the midline, and really pull the hip away from your fingertips. And that gives you the best stretch right into that waist. Good, come up, hold on to the shin, go the other way. Lengthen through the fingertips. Some of you are bending the arm here. I'd like a really nice long arm. Good, let's do that again. Elbow on the floor, lengthen. Good, and now you give me a rotation. Hold it down. Pull both shoulders down. You might find that this side feels slightly different to the other side, and that's absolutely normal. Lengthen the arm again. Pull yourself up, hold on to the shin. Bring it back over the midline. So again, osteoporosis, just stay here. Everybody else, see if you can rotate, hold on to both of your shins and lift your breastbone up a little bit more as you work a little bit deeper into that rotation. But sit as tall as you can for this one. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Good, we're now going to go on our chest. We're going to start with a completely box standard back extension, like we've done together many times. So you're lying on your chest, you've got your arms in a surrender position next to your mat. Draw the belly button in, tuck your tail in, pull the shoulders down your back, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, you lift the back of your head up, and you only come as far up as you feel comfortable. So if you don't want to raise off the elbows, then please don't. So you could just lift the back of your head up, give that breastbone a little bit of lightness, and then bring it back down again. You could even just hold it still and pull your belly button in and lift your pelvic floor without moving. So there is just individual, what can your back do together with your core and your bum cheeks. So you need to clench the bum cheeks as hard as you can. And what you want to experience here is a stretch in your tummy muscles, right underneath the rib cage. Right underneath that rib cage. And you don't really want to work height, you want to work length. So really find the length in your spine. I'm not really after that deep curve in your spine right at the top, because that can actually increase the pressure into your lower back. I'm after length, so really find that length. And do make sure you communicate with your back. So don't ignore the back if the back is not happy. You're going to do one more. Bring it back down again. Perfect. Well done. All right, hands by your chest. Push yourself off the floor and come into a child's pose. If your knees are hurting, then you don't need to push all the way back. You could just stretch your bum cheeks back and drop your breastbone down. So do what you can. Good, and then from here, we're coming into a plank. We're going to do the plank on our hands. So draw the belly button in, tuck the tail in. If you've got wrist injuries, come onto your elbows. So looking at your backs, you really need to tuck your tail between your legs, and you need to pull your pubic bone to your breastbone. So your lower backs are flat, and only hold it as long as you can. If you want to make this easier, you come into breaks whenever you need to. If you want to make it harder, you hold the plank all the way to the end. If you want to make it even harder, you then roll all 10 toes under and you come up into a full body plank on your toes. So you need to decide what you want to do. But with all of these, you need to tuck your tail between your legs. Don't increase the curve in your lower back, decrease the curve in your lower back. Lift the back of your head up, pull the shoulders back and down, reach forward with your breastbone, keep breathing. You've got 5 more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find the knees on the floor and stretch back as far as you feel comfortable. If the knees are not allowing you to do this position at all, you can lie on your back and pull your knees to your chest. Good, so listen carefully, you don't need to see me. Make sure that the elbows are lifted off the mat, your arms are long. You're now going to take your right hand and place it off your mat, just off the mat. And then you're going to take your left hand and place it on top. And then you're going to sit back again to find a deep stretch. Maybe in your shoulders, maybe in your armpits, maybe in your waist. It all depends where you're tight. Maybe in your thighs. Let's do the other side. Take your left hand, place it just off the mat, and place the right one on top. And then again, pull back into that stretch. Keep breathing. You've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And come out of this, back onto a 4-point kneeling, and one more time into that cat-cow to release any tension that you still might have from the plank. Good. And then from here, we're all done for today. Well done. Good job. Right. I'm just going to log off for the online members that are doing this recorded. Thanks for coming. And then I have a chat with the people that are here in real life.